record here. So just an announcement, this is being recorded and we are going to get started on here to share this to Facebook.
You're so fancy.
Yes, we've been so looking forward to this. What a great way to end the week.
No kidding. Oh, you're right. You're on Furlough Friday.
Yeah, I'm doing, it's a weird kind of Furlough Tuesday for me.
Oh.
What a great way to spend my Friday night, making some cheese stuff.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, oh, perfect way to end a week. Perfect weather for all this too. This is
for real. Oh my
gosh. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, cheese boards. Yes, this takes an extra step here.
It's so funny. My partner is taking a nap and he's snoring in the other room.
Oh, really? He's just going to come in for when snack time comes.
Yeah, I'll ring the dinner bell.
All right. So we are about to go live here. I'll let you know when we're kicking off. Okay. All right, Renton camping out, folks. Today we are here with Kristi with River Valley Cheese, and we are going to be making camp-friendly charcuterie boards. Oh, we've been so excited for this this week, Kristi. Tell us all about it. I'm here to make some while I'm here with you.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thanks, Mary. This is so one of my favorite things, and I think this is really charcuterie boards and cheese boards. Honestly, if I were to go back and look back as a kid, this is where it all started for me with cheese, is because I love going to the deli. Have you ever done this? I'm sure you have, Mary. Go to the deli and they have the cheese ends. Oh. And you just buy all the cheese ends for like $5 and under. And I would just eat all the cheeses and put them on a tray. And even one Thanksgiving, I remember my poor sister-in-law, she had made the most beautiful Thanksgiving meal, but I made the best charcuterie board ever. And no one ate Thanksgiving meal. But
they just got filled up on cheese, huh?
Yeah, that's what we do. Oh, so I am excited. I know you're excited too, Mary. So are you a cheesehead, Mary? How did you get involved in cheese?
Oh, it was way back. I'm the same thing too. Going to go shop by a QFC wherever I am and go ahead and throw any kind of cheese in my basket. So this was right.
I know. It's so cool, right? Well, today what we're going to do, we're going to teach you, cheese boards are really the easiest things. And in fact, I built this one this morning in about 15 minutes and then just set it in the refrigerator until this afternoon. So you know what, Mary, for you, when you think about doing a cheese board, tell me a little bit about the things that you think about that might be like scary to you. And let's talk about those first.
Sure. So, gosh, when I think about, if someone were saying, Mary, can you make a cheese board before you come over to my party or my place? I would think, oh man, I want a lot of people to like it, of course. I want, attract a lot of people to it. And then I want to look nice. And of course, maybe if it's going to be out for a little bit, something that's going to stand the test of a few hours, right?
Yes. Oh, good things to be concerned about. Now, the best thing about cheese and charcuterie boards. So let's just talk really quick. Cheese is cheese, and charcuterie is the cured meats that you put on your board. So while we call them charcuterie boards, I just want to clarify, and that universally means one thing to us, it's cheese and meat, but charcuterie strictly in the term is just the meat portion, so we're going to do a cheese and meat board, but just FYI, just so you know. So you sound fancy when you go places.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
So the great thing about cheese and meats and that are charcuterie and cured is that they actually really don't need a lot of refrigeration. And so you'll notice when you go to your grocery store now, in front of your deli case, most of your cured meats, the good stuff like the prosciutto and the capicola, all that stuff isn't even in the refrigerator. And so that is a cured meat, and it really can withstand being at room temp. And same with cheese. Like I said, I made this cheese board this morning, but I'm going to take it out a half an hour before serving because I want the cheeses and I want the meats to warm up just a little bit, because especially cheese, it will always taste so much better when it is at room temperature.
So that's kind of a little bit of a like thing we don't really think about, huh? We're always like, okay, make sure we take it directly out of the fridge and serve it right away. Otherwise, who knows what. So that's not necessarily true, huh?
Well, it's true for many things. Cheese was discovered before refrigeration was invented. I mean, it was discovered 2000 years BC. So they didn't even know what refrigeration was. And so refrigeration helps us preserve the cheese. Refrigeration helps us preserve the meats, but it's not necessary for long-term use. So always put it in your fridge, because if you want to keep it for a few weeks, but otherwise you can have it out for several hours and it actually tastes better, because at that point it's the same temperature as when you put it on your tongue, and it's going to melt in your mouth. So that's so good, I know. So on our cheese tray today, what do you have? So you have lots of stuff that you have in your kitchen.
I do, yes. So I've got here, that was generously provided here by Kristi. So she set me up nicely. So I have some grapes here and some Rainier cherries that we have here in season. And this was that Face Rock cheese. Can you remind me a little about this one?
That's the Face Rock cheese that is called Vampire Slayer. It is a must-have on every cheese board. And if you're worried about people liking stuff, Vampire Slayer will be something everyone likes.
I can vouch for that. So I was going to set this up and be really polite and not dig in. I tried. So yeah, this is a crowd pleaser.
For real. What else do you got there?
So can you tell me a little about this cheese around here?
So another crowd pleaser, y'all, is brie. Like, you can't go wrong. And here's the thing about cheese, a brie on a charcuterie board or a cheese and meat board. It depends on how you're going to serve it. Brie does not have to be super expensive to go on your meat and cheese board, because you may have jam to go with it. So we have jam today. You can see on my charcuterie board here.
A little bit of jam.
You have that little jam. Yeah, perfect. And so when you have jam or other things to go with your brie, it doesn't need to be an expensive brie unless you want to really show it off. So I tend to go with a cheaper brie for our charcuterie board. Yeah, because it's just easier. And then you also have that goat cheese. Do you love that goat cheese? So the goat cheese is the one with the blueberries on the outside.
This one right here, huh?
Yes, that's going to add color and a little bit of sweetness and flavor, and it's always a crowd pleaser. And then behind that is the other crowd pleaser. Oh, that Gouda with which one is that? Oh, you have the sheep's, so in the middle with the rind on it that's cut into a square is the Basque cheese, which is made in the Basque country in Spain. And I'm a big Spanish cheese fan, and made from sheep's milk, and it is buttery and sweet. So, so good. And then lastly is that Gouda, cut into triangles. That Gouda has hatch pepper chilies in it. And they're really, really mild. So for folks that like things that are a little bit different, this Gouda is always a crowd pleaser, but having that hatch is also seasonal right now too. So you have
seasonal right now for hatch, huh? That's summertime.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, we're almost just hatch season. So
those are the cheese guy right here. Is this a blue cheese?
Oh, me too. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Can I just
cut out there a second.
Out of people. There it is. Blue scares the heck out of people, doesn't it? Are you a blue person, Mary?
I
doesn't scare you.
I like all cheese. I mean.
Okay. I got a little blue on my fingers. Hang on.
Come to this party.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So you have a Crater Lake blue. I have a Crater Lake blue too. We're different brands, but holy cow. I got to tell you, the Pacific Northwest is the ideal place to buy blues and get blues and eat blues, because we're, I don't know if you noticed here, it rains a lot and it's pretty damp. And blue cheese has blue mold in it. It's Penicillium roqueforti, and it really likes our environment. In fact, when I was making cheeses, a lot of my cheeses, just on accident, just because of the terroir, our natural area, they would end up tasting blue even though I didn't intend for them to be blue.
What a nice little happy accident. I like that. As a blue cheese, that sounds
so many. So good. And for people that are afraid of blue, again, pull out that jam or that honey, because it'll just take that little bitterness off of it, and most people will really enjoy it.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. So and then you also have some meats.
I do. And you know what? fridge right now. Maybe that same reason that you were talking about, that we get, kind of.
You know, you're not alone, Mary. You know, in the United States, we love to refrigerate everything. And so that's a good thing. It's just, we have to remember that not everything needs to be, especially if it's an ancient food like charcuteries and cheeses. Okay,
That makes
you
sense.
have, oh, my favorite is prosciutto. You guys, you cannot get enough prosciutto. And then I think you have a capicola, and then I forget the other one, a Serrano ham, I think. Those are delicious. And you can see how some are round and some are square. And so let's start. You know what? Let's make your board now. Show us your cute little plate that you have.
Oh yeah, so I came prepared here. We got a
I
little,
love her plate. Isn't this, you guys? Doesn't Mary have the cutest plate ever? Oh,
I've prepared for this moment since I got this. I had no idea.
really?
I mean, I had this around, and then this today just was able to.
It's just ready for you. It's
Let her
just
shine.
screaming for cheese. So the best you can see here on my cheese board, we have lots of different colors and lots of different shapes. And so I cut some cheeses into squares. I also have, I gave Mary some cheeses that were cut into triangles. I have cheeses that were just cut, just blocks of cheese. And then we have all these meats and just different colors. So what I'm going to invite you to do, Mary, is you have a really long, beautiful tray. I love it. Go ahead and take your brie and take your blue and just put them on opposite ends of the tray.
Okay.
That's where you're going to start. And then after that, I'm just going to let you freeform.
Oh, okay. So
they're kind of anchoring your tray and they're pointing in.
okay. So
And
here, when I'll pull it up here so you can see it.
yeah. And so now what you can do, Mary, is just take the other cheeses and you can line up that face rock cheese. I make lines of it with the face rock cheese just down like diagonally, or you can wrap it around something.
Okay.
And be generous, right?
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that cheese is so good. In fact, I'm gonna right now. Oh my God.
It's really good, folks. Exaggeration here. This is really good, and it's really tasty because it's got the cheese curds in it too, so it's really easy to pop in your mouth.
Oh my gosh, you are a natural, Mary. Okay, what do you want to put on there next? Do you want to put, what do you want?
Well, let's put let's see here. Here I have some fruit here that you gave me here.
Love. Okay, put your fruit, what do you think? Your cherries and your grapes will probably go best with your brie, so maybe put them around your brie a little bit.
Sounds good. And I was showing Kristi here too. I got a cherry pitter just for this occasion. So
where the heck do you get something that awesome?
Amazon, you know. Knows.
Thank you, baby Jesus, for Amazon. Okay.
All right.
So you're putting your fruit on. The reason why we love fruits with cheeses is because fruit is nice. Our cheese is fatty. It tastes beautiful on your tongue. It has an earthiness a lot of times on your tongue. And what fruit provides is the acid to cut the fat and the sweetness. So now what you have is this beautiful marriage of fat and salt and earthiness and nuttiness coming together with some of the acid and the sweetness of the fruit. And that's why they go so well together.
I like that again. I
really
try it out here just for that reason.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, look at how pretty. Okay, now you also have meats. Why don't you grab some of that prosciutto? That's the stuff that's a triangle. Usually you get it and it has the little papers in between it so you can nicely remove it. I love, if you guys, okay, if cantaloupes are in season, wrap prosciutto around a cantaloupe.
Ooh.
I know that sounds weird, but it will be heaven on your tongue. Wow. So you can always put that on your cheese tray as well. All right, so when I do the prosciutto, all I do is I kind of just like let it flap it down on the tray, just kind of wave it down so it kind of, and you don't even have to be fancy with it so it'll look full. You can see mine here. I have about 6 or 7 pieces, and all I did was just kind of took it and layered it down.
Roll it up a little bit, or no, just lay it flat.
Really, here, all I have to do, here, I'm just use my hand, is just.
Oh, I see, kind of like little ribbons, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. Okay, I'll do another one here and show you guys.
Yeah. Because who doesn't love prosciutto? And then with the round salamis, you can do a couple of things. So this is the Serrano ham. I have the Serrano ham. I can, if you have lots of it, Mary and I only have 4 or 5 pieces. So what's great about these is that they take up a lot of space. But if you have a lot of things, you can fold it in half. And I'm just going to show you, fold it in half again and turn down the edges. See how this looks? Now it looks full. And you can actually make a little flower out of it. Here we go. So I could do another, but see how it eventually will turn into a flower, and it makes it look really full on your charcuterie board, and it stands up and gives it some height.
Okay, I might nestle some in here.
Yeah.
Between some of the fruits.
I might just eat it while we're talking.
Okay, that too. I love that. So
oh my gosh, it's so good. It's smoky. That's the other flavor profile. Smokiness in here is so helpful, especially it kind of breaks things up. So if you can get a smoky Gouda or a charcuterie that has some smoke to it, or you know what's so good? We don't have any nuts, but those smoked almonds kind of give.
Oh, those are super good. Oh,
and it gives you that crunch too, right? Because you're eating a lot of soft stuff. You get some crunch in there. Walnuts work really well as well, or pecans, but I really like those smokehouse almonds.
Oh, I love that idea. So here we're looking like so far.
Oh gosh. You deserve a prize. Cheese overboard. Let's eat. Yeah. Yay. Okay, and then now you have the little squares of the Basque or the sheep's milk cheese. You can layer those down. On mine, you can see here where I just kind of layered them on top of each other.
Okay.
Now, so let's talk about, because one of your concerns was, how am I going to please everybody who comes to this party, right?
Right.
You're not. So give it up, okay?
That's true, right?
A cheese board, you will always please people with brie. Oh my gosh, show me. Oh, she's so pretty. You will always please people with brie. You will always please people with cheddar. And then Gouda usually is a good go-to. The one that is always that will freak people out is blue cheese.
Oh, okay.
And so, but the people who love blue cheese will become your BFF when they see the blue cheese.
Blue cheese is kind of that divisive thing where it's like, then if people love it, then they'd really miss it if it wasn't on the board. So
yeah, you got to have it. And then I'm a cheese. Obviously, it's my job, but I eat a lot of cheese. Surprise. And there's so many cheeses I don't know from all over the world. So going to a place like Metropolitan Market or PCC, I actually, this cheese board today was compliments of Trader Joe's and their cheese section. I'd never shopped at Trader Joe's before. I just wanted to see what it would be like. And you're always getting new and amazing things. So just pick up what you think looks good and try it. And if it doesn't, you never have to eat it again.
There you go. I would say too, just find a little corner piece if it's interesting, and then maybe you can buy the whole thing or a larger piece next time you're in if it was a good one. So
exactly. So I just think, and the other thing that's super great, and you can use things in your home. I mean, I bet you have some cheddar or Tillamook in your refrigerator right now.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. I have some shredded mozzarella in my fridge right now. That's about it.
You know what? Before today, that's really all I had. So it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I try to keep cheese out of my house because otherwise,
I can't be mature about it. Yeah, I would just
it'll be in the middle of the night. I'll be snacking. But sometimes you guys have ricotta in your refrigerator because you use it for cooking, or even mascarpone, and that deserves a place on your cheese board too. Anything creamy like that, because what you can do is you put a nice little scoop of mascarpone, and you can put honey on top of it, or even if you have the reduced balsamic glaze, that is a beauty. So you have things in your house that you could totally, we have olives, you have cornichons or little pickles, all those things can go on there. So I think you can please a lot of people. You're just not going to please everybody with the one kind of cheese. You just
that makes sense.
A lot of different people. So we've covered, what do I pick? Just pick what you like. What is it? Am I going to keep it? Like, is it going to stay? Is it going to hold? Is it going to be safe for others to eat if I leave it out? The answer is yes.
Well, that's for camp, because we're trying to think about kind of like what's a good camp type charcuterie. So if glamping's kind of a thing now, right?
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a glamp friendly cheese board. And I think, like you're saying, all of this is bringing the first night, a real
Yeah.
crowd pleaser. So
Totally, especially if you've driven all day and you just want to crash, and you have it in the cooler. And then if you do have a couple of days, like I do have a lot of hikers that go out, always bring yourself like a really good Parmesan. Like if you're really, it's going to be a couple of days without refrigeration, anything as hard as you can get will stay, and it'll just be a little oily, but it will not go bad.
oh wow, okay,
So
interesting.
you might be freaked out to eat it,
But it's some of those are a-okay in your pack to take along.
absolutely. And then the charcuterie will remain great in your pack as long as it's still sealed in that airtight container, because that's the thing about airtight containers when things don't have bacteria. So they create it, they make it, they cure it, they seal it without bacteria in the package, and that means it will take an extraordinarily long time for it to go bad. It won't go bad until you actually open it up and let the bacteria from the air come in. So that's how a lot of those things like Tetra Paks work. So you're in really good shape. So the last thing we probably need to talk about is crackers, or crackers, I should say. I just give Trader Joe's, like, I don't mean to push the too many crickets. They have an amazing selection. Our Renton, the Renton grocery outlet, amazing selection. So go visit. What do you have there? You have your selection. So Mary has classic. She has the crackers that you would have. Yep, in the middle, you were doing the right thing. There's a multigrain cracker. Those are like little fig crackers. I love them. They're nice and hard. They're great for creamy and fatty. And then what else do you have?
You got this here. Looks like maybe.
Oh, those are for my gluten-free friends.
Okay.
I liked it because the color, and it's a beet and seed cracker. I can't say it's much on flavor, but it's beautiful on color, and it will really highlight and bring forward the flavor of the.
I've tried a few of them. They're very, in my opinion, very tasty.
Yeah.
Now, for crackers, do they go on the charcuterie board, or should they be somewhere else?
If you, like you and I today, you have, yours is 12 to 13 inches long, right?
Yeah, not very big.
Well, I mean, that's pretty good size in my book. So Mary's tray is anywhere from 12 to 14 inches long and probably looks like about 5 inches wide. My charcuterie board is easy 14 inches by 6. And it is jam-packed with cheese and meats. So for me, I tend to leave the crackers on the side, but if you have a really big tray, let's just say you have that like Italian family serving tray, crackers actually make a really fun, like you can make trails of crackers.
Just for grits, I think I might do that here on this edge of this one with these pretty crackers.
Yeah, please do that. Yeah. Oh, and the other thing breadsticks add a lot. So if you have some space, yeah, I have, here's a breadstick. So this is like a cheesy breadstick that I have that is really, it brings a lot of texture to your cheese tray.
Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, I'm going to fan these out here, and I'm also going to come to this for some other color here. This blueberry. And remind me the cheese that's on the inside.
Oh, that's just a regular goat cheese. It's just a chèvre. Chèvre means goat in French, so that's why it's called that. So wait, sorry. The dog, she likes to be on camera.
Oh, this is wrong.
There is a little dog. Okay. My cat too. My cat goes nuts for cheese. I don't even know. He came from the Humane Society. Somehow we were designed to be together. So if I'm eating cheese, he will come in my face and eat my cheese out of my mouth.
Family bonding, huh?
It is totally true.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Let's see.
Let's see here. I'm going to add a little bit of salami, correct here?
Oh, yeah.
So
we all can call it salami. It's fine. The fancy names on the package, they're just really hard to pronounce unless you know Italian. So just know they're yummy.
Okay. All righty. So this is, I don't want to risk wiping this off here, but here, I'm going to.
That is incredible. I love it. Oh. You nailed it, Mary. You are ready for dinner. The only thing that's left, and we'll talk about the last thing before we go, is I have on here fig jam, or fig butter, excuse me, fig butter. And
this is cheese.
You have the black cherry. I am a huge fan of sour cherry and marmalade on my cheese boards, because especially with, or if you have pate on your cheese board. So I love brie, pate, and marmalade in one bite.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
So, but today I
Great.
also, pepper jelly is a big crowd pleaser. So anytime you have a pepper jelly, and the fig butter I did get from I always have fig butter on hand. Always have fig butter on hand.
Oh, so is that kind of like a jam, or what's that?
So it's a jam. Like a jam. It has the seeds in it, and but it adds it has a different texture than jam. It's smoother. It actually coats your mouth as opposed to jam, which cleanses your mouth, and it adds that little bit of sweetness to it. So, and it has a little bit of acid to cut the fatness of the cheese.
Oh, I love that. That sounds divine. That sounds so tasty. Oh.
It's so divine. So that's
So
it.
when
Yeah.
so like, let's say I'm going to go serve this, either I'm at the campsite or I bring it to someone's house. Like, what should I do for like serving utensils?
Got it. Great question. If you're camping, a lot of us don't have a lot of small stuff, so just use whatever you have. You know what? I always like finding those little wooden spoons. You remember when you were a kid, you got the creamsicle ice cream?
Yeah.
Those are great to have around, so you can cut the cheeses with them. You can just use plastic utensils because using those small ones at a campsite is just another thing to pack, right? So, and also, well, in the age of COVID, we are hopefully doing this with our families, so you can pick it up with hands.
Oh, I was going to say that here too. We both wash your hands ahead of time, and then it's just me and my husband enjoying it. So normally, yes, before going to a party, that's a good plan.
Yes, and if you have gloves, you can always wear gloves. But yes, I think these are things that, yes, if you have little knives, wooden knives, things that are disposable, compostable, if that's, because that's important to many of us, or just use what you have at home to serve. You know what you need to serve. So like knives for your soft cheeses, you have your goat, you have your brie, and you have your blue cheese that will all require a knife. And then I have little baby, aren't these the cutest spoons though? Wait, sorry. You can't see them because.
Oh, those are really cute.
Cute.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, I have a little thing for little things. So, anyway, so that's basically it. You just slap it on a cracker. Don't make a sandwich out of it. But I would always encourage people just take bite after bite, layering.
Have an open face, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can't really do it wrong.
No, this sounds great. I love the creativity that you can bring to it too. You can do it all kinds of ways.
Mary, how creative do you think would you consider yourself?
Oh, just medium creative, but this makes you feel extra creative.
Seriously. That is insanely beautiful. And you did that. You could do that in 15 minutes easy.
Right. And I love the idea too, where you brought up different kinds of cheeses that you might have at home from creating different things. That if you are in a bind, you're about to go somewhere and you want to don't come empty handed, but you can really wow someone with just some ingredients you might have at the house, or if you do a quick trip over to Trader Joe's or.
Yeah. Whatever grocery store is near you. It works. So yeah, if you are camping out,
I love it.
Wear your braids when you glamp. You always got to wear your braids. Is that way you don't have to wash your hair? I learned that through COVID.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, it gets a few extra days out of it, huh?
Yeah. Yes, that way. Dry shampoo and a little bit and then your cheese, and you are set.
I love it. So if people want to find out more, if they want to create some cheese creations, how can they learn more about you, River Valley Cheese?
Oh, thanks, Mary. So definitely, I'm Kristi at River Valley Cheese. So Kristi at rivervalleycheese.com. You can go to our website, and also definitely go to our Instagram and Facebook feeds, because we try to make you hungry as possible by looking at cheese all damn day. Ooh.
Mission accomplished. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but yes, please email me, send me pictures. I'll send you pictures, give you advice, whatever you need. And then we should be open, phase 3, hopefully, or by the end of the month is our hope.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out. We'll follow you on social media and everything too for updates. So thank you so much. Oh, so excited to get into all this. Thanks so much for providing all the cheese and other ingredients here too. And for us for camping out.
It was, oh my gosh. Thank you for inviting me. And I wish we were together. So
okay.
But we'll do a virtual toast.
I love it.
Maybe a virtual fist bump.
I love it.
Love.
Well, thank you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Thank you so much, Mary. Enjoy. I know I'm going to right now.
Here. Take care.
Thanks. All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.